Hello. My name is Cynthia, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I'm just gonna give a bit of an update. I don't have my website up. I don't have a vlog to put on here just because of technological delays. I guess just technical difficulties probably is the better way to describe it. The Bluetooth isn't working and the USB cord isn't working to get the videos and the photos off of the phone and onto my external hard drive so I can put it into video. So I'm going to work on that so that way I can do the thing. And yeah, I am going to probably start a blog. I know that's what I said I was going to do, but this week, and just start. It's not going to be great, but I need to start doing stuff. I do want to just share what has been happening as I've just been succumbed from my anxiety, and I've had a lot of things come up that needed to be handled, and it's other people, so it's not like I can really control it, but I needed to process and to kind of pull the reins back a bit and figure out what I needed to do and how to handle each situation as they were coming. It's just been a little chaotic, or a lot chaotic, and my anxiety is just elevated a little too high for me to function. Yeah. And I made lots of videos in these past few weeks explaining it or going into detail and everything. It's just so complicated and so involved that it's difficult for me to talk about it without getting emotional, and then also to talk about it in a way that makes sense or anything, because when people talk about things that they're going through or difficulties with other people or just conflict or circumstances and stuff, in my experience with my friends and coworkers and people and things like that, friends of friends and such, they usually listen to it to fix it or to make me wrong and to correct me in some kind of way, or to reason it away, or to dismiss it altogether. That's not a big problem, it doesn't need any attention. So I really don't know the best way to explain it or share it in a way that will make the most sense, especially without having a script, without having a focus or a process. And on top of it, that's not really the purpose of my channel. However, it is part of the channel because it is part of building the business, and kind of working through that. And I would like to talk about it, to share, to help other people, people who experience things the way that I experience, or people who have people who experience things this way in their life. But I'm gonna write a book, hopefully, to talk about these things. It's weird. Yeah. I can describe it in a way that it's kind of like a Twilight Zone, where things are just they're just a little off, and everyone's acting like it's fine, but there's always that one person in that episode that's questioning it or going, this doesn't seem right. That's me. So I feel like I live in Twilight Zone much of the time, and yeah. It's just odd. But in this video, I kind of want to I wanted to share that I've been struggling with that. and my apartment's kind of a bit of a mess. I like sold something, and I need to organize all my packing materials. So I have like boxes everywhere and packing materials everywhere. So I'm going to work on that first to organize that and to a way that it's easier. So every time I ship something, it's not like a tornado went through my house, because I store all the boxes and the packing materials and most of them. And I have a storage unit, on the balcony. Most apartments have these. Not all, or most, I guess, but certain apartments have balconies with storage closets. And so I store like all of that stuff in there because it's not worth anything, it's just boxes and packing stuff. So I put all of that in there. But then whenever I ship something, or I need to ship something, I have to pull things out so I can see which one. And this time I sold, it was like a muffin pan. And so I needed like a specific type of box, to ship in. And then I needed, specific kind of, because it's a little different than like a shirt, so it's a little different. So I had to do that. And I just need to get that figured out and get that organized. And it shouldn't, all that stuff. And then I'm going to move into doing all the other things to set myself up for success for this week. This week I am going to be encouraging myself to build that website and to get it moving and made into reality. This week I'm really excited about that, and the reason why I think I'm going to be successful this week and compared to the previous weeks is that I am now pulling the energy from the right place. Whereas I feel like before I was pulling the energy that was kind of maintaining my composure, maintaining my boundaries, the emotional kind of energy, and I was pulling that. But I've had to readjust how I am going to prioritize things in my life and how I'm going to handle various responsibilities and situations as well, and hopefully I will have released enough energy from those overly energized areas in my life and moving that energy and focus into this. So that's what I'm going to be doing. These last couple of weeks, I have just been instilling stronger boundaries in my life and trying to work out prioritizing to see what's most important, what's been working, what needs to be readjusted. And the reason why I needed to redo this is because in August, when the thing happened and everything kind of got on the side, like sideways, and things kind of unraveled in a way that just caused me so much anxiety, and I'm still dealing with it. But I'm going to be channeling a lot of my focus and my energy into this, and I'm letting go of a lot of things in my life just because I can't correct them. I'm not in control of everything in my life like most people, and I'm needing to let go of those things. It's hard. It's hard. It doesn't really feel right. But it's not benefiting me to put any kind of focus or energy onto these things. So I'm letting go of those things. I'm just kind of going to accept them for what they are, and learn to accept and appreciate what I have or what it is for what it is without needing to compensate for anything that I see lacking. I'm just going to accept it the way that it is, and then that way that energy is going to go into this. So I just wanted to be clear of like exactly what is happening and why it's different. Without kind of going into more detail. I hope that might help anybody who going into more might get a little complicated and convoluted, and I'm not sure exactly the best way to explain it. So that's the best way I think I can explain it. But I'm going to be putting a lot more focus and energy and action into making the website and getting the business like actively online. I have a product that I need to get posted into my shop that's not yet created. So I'm going to be working on that. I also was thinking that I could possibly look for a different item as well to put into my shop as well. So that way I have 2 items and I have an idea of what I would want, but I'm not sure if it's available or if I would like it or not. So that might take a little bit of time. It won't be immediate, but I do have this one item. And I also want to just finish posting everything else for resale as well, because those things are here and they need to probably get to a new home. And so those are the things that I'm going to be prioritizing. I also want to just share that because I'm going to have some of this energy and anxiety, and needs to be kind of channeled into something, and I want to be more creative. I have shared all of this. My creativity is going to go into the shop and the business and the logo and colors and all of the stuff that's kind of so-called fun part of the business, or having a business. But I want to start writing stories, the stories in my head. I also want to write my experiences, my professional work experiences, so that way eventually it can be put into a book, and then that way all these things that I'm kind of skirting over, I can't really explain, maybe eventually it can come out into a book and it will be easier to understand. So I kind of want to work on that as well, but I want to first start working on more of a creative type story. It was a romantic comedy type movie story, trope, type of, thing that came to me, and I want to write that out and I want to explore it and see where it goes, to be more creative there. And I also want to finish reading this book called Boundaries that I started back in 2018, I think. I think that's when I started it, or that's when I got it. And so I want to also start reading that and getting through that book. I also think that will also help me with this, maintaining boundaries in my life and just having a better understanding, and then also probably really seeing more energy, and also just practicing this new way of behaving in life. I'll just get better at it each week. So that is kind of where I am and what I'm going to be focusing on. I do want to also probably start the blog. That way when I'm able to put the vlog out, that there is a blog that has more information and more detail, because I kind of want the video portion, vlogging, to be more fun and interesting and just entertaining. And then if people want more information, that's kind of like where the blog would be. So, it kind of makes more sense, right? But I'm just going to leave this here, and that way I can get going and actually start taking action. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great week, and thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.